It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Noel. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because seriously, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that being said, let's talk some tax woes. Okay, guys, so it came out today that Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules season 1 through 8. We know Jax. I know Jax. We'll get back to we know Jax. Jax owes over $1.2 million in taxes. Now, we also know that he was fired from Vanderpump Rules. What the reasoning was, well, I mean, I think that they could probably give us a laundry list, but we know he was fired. He bought over a $2 million home, and if you guys watched the previous seasons, you know, after he bought the home, he wanted to buy the nicest home in the valley. He wanted to outdo the Toms. He just wanted that badass $2 million home. However, that badass $2 million home now has a $1.2 million tax lien on it. Ouch. That's right, guys. So Mr. Taylor is indebted to not only the state, but the IRS for over $1.2 million. Now, we do know, of course, his lovely wife, Brittany Cartwright, is expecting their first child. Well, they're both expecting their first child. So this is probably not the news that you want to get moving forward, especially when you're about to welcome a beautiful little baby into the world. However, the IRS doesn't play. Neither does the state. Now, how did those numbers add up? Well, we're about to explain, but before we do, I just want to talk about the fact that it seems like every time we turn around, and I've said this about Jen Shaw, about Erica Girardi, Thomas Girardi, Teresa Giudice, I feel like every time we turn around, we are catching new Bravo celebrities, that's what I'm going to refer them as, kind of in some sketchy behavior. Now, I'm not the one who didn't pay Jax's taxes, so I can sort of call that sketchy because, right, we all have to pay our taxes. Again, people want to know $1.2 million. Where the hell does that number come from? Well, this is where. According to federal documents obtained by The Sun on April 2nd, Jax Taylor is facing an overdue balance of $868,035. Oof. Wait, there's more. In the state documents, not only does he owe the $868,000 to the IRS, but he also owes over $368,000 to the state of California. That's where they come up with a whopping $1.2 million, and this is big. This is a lot of money, especially when your house is only worth $2 million, right? I say that, and I don't have a $2 million home, so I'm not joking about it, but this is huge. This is a big deal. $1.2 million tax lien. I just can't say that enough. Moving forward, the federal tax lien was filed on January 14th. And this apparently isn't the first time. I guess it sounds like Mr. Jax Taylor has had sort of unpaid taxes and tax situations dating back all the way to 2014. This is the time when he neglected to pay about $23,000 to the IRS, which he did in fact pay. But in 2019, the same year that him and his lovely wife, Brittany Cartwright, bought their $1.9 million home, which is now worth over $1.9 million, over $2 million, another $646,867 was tacked on to his outstanding debt. Now, I think that you guys probably are thinking, okay, well, you're done, right? You're done talking about the taxes? No, wait. There's more. In a separate tax lien filed on March 10th, it shows that Jax Taylor owes the California Franchise Tax Board over $316,000. This is for the 2018-2019 tax period. Now, what they're saying is if he continues to fail to pay these taxes, they're just going to rack up. Of course, there's interest and other fees, plus the taxes. This balance could go easily from $1.2 million to beyond. It depends how fast you get it paid down. This is huge. Now, they, of course, never confirmed what his salary was on the show, right? They never really talked about it, but they did say that Jax Taylor was one of the highest paid cast members of Vanderpump Rules, saying that he earned over $25,000 at one point per episode. Well, that's not anymore because we know that Jax Taylor has been fired from Vanderpump Rules and Bravo because they issued their statements. And Jax and his wife got a lot of flack for this. They both issued their statements and they came off almost identical. And then finally, Kristen Doty, who was another cast member who was technically fired, said what she came out and said, hey, listen, if you guys think that we get to issue our own statements, you're crazy. Bravo as a network, they control the statements that go out because, of course, they're not going to fire someone and then let you rake the network's name through the mud. No, that's not what they're going to do. They're going to give you a statement, doctor it up, make it look all cotton candy, and then you get to post about it, and it looks like it's coming from your mouth. Well, it doesn't really look like it's coming from your mouth anymore when you release and reveal the facts that it's actually not. Now, fans do want to know, with him being fired, right, how much money is he missing out on from Vanderpump Rules if they do renew the series and add on another season? Well, it's been reported that he will be missing out on over $600,000. And that's not just him. You have to understand that his wife also was paid to be a part of the show. And if he's kicked off the show, then she's kicked off the show, meaning they're probably missing out on over $800,000, $900,000 per year, technically per season, but per year. This is insane. Fans also wanted to know, why was Mr. Jax Taylor fired? Well, he was allegedly fired for his, again, alleged racist and transphobic comments, but that hasn't actually been issued in a statement. So technically it's all up in the air. What we do know is that we will not see him back on our screens, not on Vanderpump Rules at least. He has hinted that he's okay. He's in a different place in his life. For so long, he was acting on the show. It wasn't even who he was, that it was a facade. He wasn't a real bartender. He would show up for filming. This is coming from him, right? He said that moving in a different direction, now being a married man and welcoming, well, their son into the world when they do. Brittany hasn't obviously given birth yet, but when they do, he said that there's no place for them on Vanderpump Rules. So he's okay with that. He also said that he's working on different production ideas. He has a couple different irons in the fire. Is that what they say? Irons in the oven, irons in the fire? I'm not quite sure. Doesn't really matter because what we do know is you not only have irons in the fire, but you have a tax lien in the fire. So hopefully he does. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he can pay off his $1.2 million tax lien, because if anybody deserves it, at least Brittany Cartwright, his wife, she deserves to bring that beautiful baby boy into the world and not have this financial stress carrying weight over her life. These aren't her tax problems, but then they are because you married into it. You see where this goes? Now, of course, getting back to it, we know that Jax and his wife weren't the only ones who were fired this past season during the coronavirus, during 2020. Also, Stassi Schroeder, her fiance, well, now husband, Bo Clark, and Kristen Doty, and Max, and there was one other guy. I'm blanking on the name, but I guess it doesn't matter because he only did one season. I know Max did one season too, but I guess he was a little bit more prominent on the series. Just to be fair, it was a mass firing on the show. Of course, you never want to really see anyone get fired, and I know you guys are going to rip my head off over that and say, well, yeah, if they came out with these comments, then they need to be held accountable. Yeah, that's fair. So then they got fired. But I'm just saying, you never want to see anyone really lose their livelihood unless they absolutely deserve it. But that's not for me to judge. That's kind of where I want you guys to come in. I want to ask you guys, and please comment below, what do you think about Jax Taylor's tax woes? What do you think about the Vanderpump Rules firings? You guys know that I never talk about anything Vanderpump Rules, as I have a history around our beloved queen of Beverly Hills. And I just absolutely adore her. So I never want to speak out on the franchise or anything to do with them. I have the utmost respect for LVP, and I just don't really want to bring that sort of stuff or energy to my channel. However, this is something that everyone's talking about. So I wanted to bring it to you guys and give you kind of my perspective, but really I didn't. I just gave you the facts. Guys, comment below. And if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Check us out every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks for watching Up and Adam.